ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and welcome all to the grand finale of Season 3 of VAIL VRML. My name is Yellowhead and I will be your host tonight, and we had some action earlier on today with the EU folks, and ultimately the spoiler alert for those that haven't seen it yet, but Acer EU took that in swift fashion and were your EU VAIL VRML champions. But tonight, we are going to crown a champion over on the North America side of things. But first, we have a little housekeeping to do. We need to decide who's going to be facing off against Acer, and so we have the two teams that you see down below, Rekt and Apex, fighting for that honor. And so it's been interesting. I've looked at the stats a little bit, and the last couple times that these teams have played, Rekt have emerged victorious. The most recent showing was Rekt versus Apex. They won 27-18 against Apex, but it was some close matches. We had a 9-8 on Suna, we had a 9-7 on Cliffside, a 9-3 on Meiru, and then the time before that, it was actually a tie score, 21-21, but Rekt won on the maps. Apex beat him on Suna 9-3, then 9-8 Meiru went to Rekt, and then 9-4 Cliffside. So it should be a very tight match for the third place decider here. So the loser of this match will have that third place honor, and then the winner of this match will go on and face Acer immediately after this. So just after this match ends, you want to make sure that you stay tuned to catch all the action, as we will be crowning a champion tonight. But nevertheless, we do have some other housekeeping things to make you aware of. First and foremost, we have VAIL VRML, or we have VRML Con 2025 happening over in Phoenix, Arizona in July, and we're going to see a lot of games there. We're going to see VAIL, Onward, Pavlov, Breachers, and the newest addition to the VRML lineup going to be Orion Drift, which there's going to be a lot of action, so be sure to sign up for that. Another thing to be aware of, so shout out to XLab, as they have so graciously gifted us with the ability to have championship skins, and there will be the team skins for the winning team, and if you purchase those skins, part of that revenue will actually go towards the winning team, and so you can show your support to the winning team by purchasing those skins. So be on the lookout for that in the store after the season ends. Another thing, of course, like I said, be sure to stick around after the Rekt versus Apex match, as we will be going right into the grand finals match. So we're going to be playing a best of 3 tonight and a best of 5 immediately after. So grab some popcorn, grab a friend, put on the TV, do whatever you got to do, because we're going to be here for a good time tonight. But ultimately, I think this is going to be one heck of a matchup, and so we're just waiting a couple minutes for some technical things. So before we do that, we're going to have a quick word with our sponsors, and we'll be right back at
Prepare to start.
Baron left alive. Where is Baron? In the spawn. Can somebody
Spud in the bottom, going absolutely crazy, getting the 2-way.
Next phase.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and I do thank you for sticking around through that little ad break. And in that ad break, I managed to find a friend who will be co-casting with me tonight. Put your hands together for the one and only Chumbait. How you doing tonight, my friend?
Hello there. I'm doing great. We're gonna jump into the action, and we're finally gonna see these teams clash, and hopefully, all of their tricks and neat secrets will come out right here during the bronze and grand finals.
Absolutely. And I mean, these are two really high tier teams. Rect, they have a long history, and you know, Apex, they're a pretty solid team as well. I know a lot of the players on that team, but nevertheless, we're gonna get right into it with Kitty Knight. For sure. But nevertheless, here we are. Round number 1. We do have... I gotta swap the teams here. We got Apex starting over on the Colonist side and Rex starting over on the ramp on that defense. And we're gonna see a pretty classic B-slam coming out of Apex. Let's see how this one goes down. Retract's going to be finding the first frag, Jacob finding another one, and Death with a very nice nade. Going to be putting a little bit of a stop into the tracks. Jacob with a nice double, makes it a triple, and just like that, now it's Glory Boy in a 1 versus 4 situation. And Jacob, oh my goodness, a 4-piece from the captain himself.
On fire. I mean, that pistol round went by. We blinked and it's over. Round 2, full rifles in hand, wrecked now. Yeah, hopefully they keep that train going, but I have a feeling Apex is gonna respond.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, Jacob's got to be feeling a little bit of dope after that first start, you know?
Yeah.
But here we go, and they're gonna Apex are gonna try it again with the B slam, although they're only gonna put 3 here. And look at this, the wide peak. Oh, Nebula could get caught out here. Cry does pick up Kiwi. Nebula taking a good bit of damage there, but, you know, Apex able to pick up that first frag.
Slow on the B front. Flash goes out on the cross, but doesn't seem that the scanner really wants it that bad. Death gets a long-range kill, and that's 1 down on the A site. Psy gets 1 as well. Things are coming useful. Direct confrontation there. Death continues to whittle down the Rayad.
That was a nasty shot coming in from Retracts. A quick flick over and a quick headshot coming out. 2 versus 3 on this situation for Rect, though. And Apex do have that man advantage, although Arrival is pretty low on HP, but shot's going to be ringing out. Not quite closing it. Psychilo gets taken down, and they know where Retracts is. Smoke goes down, and that scanner is going to go down, and Retracts finding themselves in a 1 versus 3.
An Arrival from mid. Snags and pinches off the last Rayab. That is 1-1. Apex have responded.
You did call it. You certainly did call it.
Feeling. I mean, Apex is not the team to really back down, you know, from disrespect like that. You know, a 4K from Jacob, they were sure to say something.
Oh, absolutely. And then we were calling it before this game too, especially with the scores and everything, that this is going to be a pretty even game. I mean, Rect have won the last 2 face-offs against Apex, but it's been really, really close. I mean, we're talking 9-8s on the board, so we could very well be seeing that tonight. And, you know, both of these teams are going to want to really try to face off against Acer and earn that opportunity to do so. But nevertheless, we're going to get a little bit of A action this time around as we see a bit of a slow walk coming in from Apex.
It's a 3-stack there, right? Coming up to the A site, smoking nades, smoke line. Here comes Psy. They could find. Oh no! They quickly dart into cover, and just like that, the scanner actually retracts back. Ooh, Blue finds a rival. A little bit of a standstill.
Glory Boy really trying to find that trade, see if he can get anything here. But we are going to see Cry here rotating all the way out and electing to go over towards the B site, or at least make it look like they're doing so. And we have Psykilo trapping one of the Apex players in the corner, going for that reload. But again, I mean, 38 seconds. Apex don't have a lot of time to work with. Glory Boy does find Psykilo. And
that's a perfect pre-fire to whittle down the A site. But the scanner is pushing up with Nebula here on B side. It's only Kiwi down there. Jacob, a double with the AK-12. That's a huge loss in mid.
Oh, could he get the lineup? And Kiwi's able to get the double as well. So very nice contributions coming out from multiple players on Rekt, and they're earning themselves yet another round on the board.
That was a really solid defense from Rekt there. They were able to, you know, make the scan holder and the escorts there not very confident on the A site, and put up a fight for Nebula. Nebula didn't really find a hole to punch through for the scan on the B site either. So that was really good control from Kiwi and Jacob.
A little bit of pre-fire coming in from Nebula, and Apex are going back to basics here with the 4-man slam over towards the B site. They do get that smoke down, but there's a little bit of a gap. No damage done with those nades. Smoke's still not lining up there, so there's going to be a little bit of a gap. Death with a nice nade on the Kiwi.
Retrack snacks a headshot through the smoke and finds Cry, but there's still two on the B site. Ladder push, here comes Cry. No, sorry, there's Jacob. Trying to find the kill of the last two players. It is Glory in mid. They're going up against blue.
Oh, Jacob with another kill on a Nebula, and now it's just Glory Boy in a 1 versus 3. Not a lot of health to deal with. Tries to go for the pre-fire onto the player in mid, and Retrax says no to that, and Rekt have a really solid defense so far, I gotta say. 3-1 on the board for them.
Just overwhelmed, and with Jacob's finesse, was able to get a headshot onto the scan holder on B side. I mean, that was pretty much a done deal there for the last colonist. 3 points up, 2 points ahead. Rekt, they're looking really good. Apex, they responded on round 2, but I think Rekt have quickly adapted. Let's see if they have any tricks up their sleeve. Early pick onto Jacob, an aggressive push and overextended. Here comes a 3-player stack, 4-player on A.
They're looking for the night. Oh, it's a free fire on a Glory Boy in the smoke. And the scanner's down. Blue and Kiwi both picking up kills as well. And now it's just Death to try to make something happen here.
Yeah, and Jacob will hear the pulse of the scanner. They are aware that there is little hope for the last colonist. Here comes Psy. Ooh, but Death, what a headshot. Denies that, but Blue quickly peeks out and snags a headshot with the pre-fire. Incredible movement and gun game from the Rekt squad. And very quick and just catching Apex off guard on their push.
Yeah, I was going to say, too, I mean, their utility usage as well is just insane. I mean, having played with and against Psykilo, for example, he's just so deadly with util, and that's something that you'll probably see over and over again. But even then, I mean, it was a solid defense coming out from Rekt. And, you know, not to say that Apex won't answer back, but the rounds are slipping a little bit.
Trax gives Long a try, and Glory shuts Kiwi down. No luck for them. Back to the shuttle, but gotta be careful of Retrax. Oh, down they go with a nade, but a follow-up by Jacob. No one's on the B side except... Ooh. No, they do cross.
Nebula.
This could be Apex's moment.
Yeah, 1 versus 3 for Blue to try to figure out here, though. Does grab a nade, might be able to get the nade kill onto somebody on site, but this is still going to be tough, and Blue's going to be forced to go all the way around. But time is ticking. We've already burned 10 seconds. Blue's going to approach from Cat, but we'll see if they're able to pull it off. Incendiary going to be coming out. A little bit of pre-fire. Knows that one of the players is there. Nade comes out. Blue gets the one under arrival. Needs to find 2 more. 20 seconds left. Needs 7 seconds to defuse. Ooh, just barely dodges the shots, gets the second one of the Glory Boy, and now 1 versus 1. Cry hiding all the way in the back. 10 seconds left. I don't think he's going to have time for the defuse, and Cry able to clutch it out. And Apex answer with another round, but a very good attempt coming in for Blue.
Man, I mean, they dropped down and still managed to get the second pick, but if they had just climbed up the ladder and attempted a defuse, they could have clutched that round. But it is very difficult just not knowing where these colonists are. They could have been behind the B side, behind one of those crates or barrels. You know, the pressure is just insane in this bronze finals match.
Absolutely, and I mean, we're gonna see some crazy plays going all around. As you know, anytime finals happens, usually that's when the craziest stuff happens.
Oh God. another 4-player stack here. MKs. Oh, knives as well. They're throwing just about everything. Smokes are down, and the midline is pretty much, the cross is pretty much blind. But the problem is Kiwi and Retrax. AK-12s on the cross. Colin, it's got to be careful. Down one goes. Kiwi is there. Retrax. No, it's Kiwi again.
Crazy stuff, and they're gonna be forced to fall back. Kiwi takes a little bit of an advanced position here. I believe Kiwi knows that somebody's there. Jacob and Cry gonna be trading out. Kiwi gonna attempt to clear the corner here, and just like that, Retrax actually able to get that kill. That was a perfect double swing coming in. Glory Boy now in a 1 versus. Looks the wrong way. Don't know what happened there, but Wrecked able to
snap turn.
either snap turn, a little stick drift. It happens to the best of us, but nevertheless, Wrecked with another great defense round, and we are going to be on that final round of the first half before we stop over here. So if Wrecked are able to manage a 6-2 lead, that would be really good for them going into the second half. Nebula going to be going right through the smoke. Ooh, gets very tagged up, or one of the players does. And Retrax finds Cry. Nebula going for the pre-fire with the UMP, tosses some flashes in. We're seeing a huge entry frag coming in. Not even sure if Retrax really knows what's going on, but nevertheless, they do realize that this the scanner is officially down. And now the question is, who's going to find who first at this point? It's a 4 versus 2 situation, and both Death and Nebula are pretty much below 25% HP. And Jacob, quick clean up there. Wrecked 6-2 on map number 1. They came to play today. That's for sure.
Wow.
Have a look at our score.
Just ridiculous.
Do this. Have a look at our scoreboard here. Jacob 12-4 at the half. Retrax 9-3, Blue 7-3, and then over on Apex we got 7-7 for Death, and then the next player 4-7. So I mean, Rex are just having a really good game, and Jacob just, you know, doing the work as the captain for the team. But we get into it. Rex are gonna try the similar thing with the B slam. Psychilo, we talked about his nades. Lands one onto Death there. 2 players going to be climbing up the ladder here. Psychilo finds another one onto Cry, but Arrival Nebula answer right back. Retrax getting the frag. One more up the ladder. Arrival goes down. Pee-wee makes it a double, and oh my goodness, that's another blink and you'll just miss it. 7-2, and Wrecked are 2 rounds away from a map number 1 victory.
Wrecked really likes, I'll be honest, I think Wrecked really likes these pistol rounds. They've been, I mean, 2 out of 2, right? Here in map 1.
2 out of 2.
But surprisingly, we've got 38 votes here in the live stream, and just over 50%, 58% have voted for Apex winning this map and possibly this entire matchup. So Wrecked are outperforming the connoisseurs in the live chat. Keep that in mind. They're doing really well.
I think they like upsetting the connoisseurs just a little bit. We'll see, but maybe Apex have another trick up their sleeve that we're not aware of just yet. But Wreck taking a slow approach this time around, and we do see Jacob actually getting the pick onto Arrival there on Catwalk. Nebula finds one, finds a second, but Blue able to finally get that refrag. We have the smoke into the defender spawn, but does Jacob know that Death is just at the edge of it? He's gonna go right through it. Pre-fire going back and forth. Scanner makes its way to site. Minute 10 left on the clock. And eventually that scanner will go down. Death finds one. And Jacob able to find the refrag. Oh my goodness. Almost got out there. And Jacob finds another. And Cry finds blue. And now a 1 versus 1 for Jacob to try to win here.
It's a slow plant. They can't pick up the scanner. A flash out does not catch Cry.
But
Jacob,
you know,
with an incredible KD, 15-5, actually reroutes to the A site. Back to the pipes they go, but they are being careful. Quick vault. Cry will be left in the dust at this point because Jacob is not allowing any sort of visibility during this cross. But they gotta prioritize speed, and that's when Cry will see that. What an ego peak from Jacob, making it 16-5, 8 points, match point. That's right, match point.
you know, you said he couldn't flash, but you know what Jacob could do? Rotate all the way across the map, and that's exactly what he did. You know, got that call out from the other player that the last Apex player was over on, you know, B-long there, yep. And
yeah.
And the audacity just to challenge it anyways in the 1-on-1. But, you know, Jacob, he's feeling himself right now. 16-5. Over a 3 KD in what is a pretty much a semifinals match is insane. A good start from him. Nade comes out. Incendiary comes out as well. Jacob not taking any damage, and with Psychelo trying to walk through it, but unfortunately burns to a crisp there, and Jacob's still over on Catwalk. We're going to catch up with the other players over on Rect. Retrax finds a pick under arrival.
What a thermite placement from the colonists here, giving Jacob that room they need, but Nebula is there to shut them down. Maybe a second behind the sandbags. A knife toss goes short, a flash out onto Cry, and they have cross, but whether they can make it onto B, they can. Retrax is there, headshot coming in handy, and it's only 2v2 now. Oh, quick refrag.
Oh, and just back and forth and back and forth, and Glory Boy keeping Apex in this one just for a round at least. I mean, there was some beautiful utility usage. That flash on Nebula, that was such a perfect flash. That he was looking at the sun, for God's sake. You know?
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, Apex really is in limbo. They cannot stumble once here in the home stretch of Suna map 1. They gotta lock in for this. Ray Ave 2 set up on A. Scanners coming out a long time. Nade onto the corner, but that's not where Glory Boy is. Through the smoke, can they see him? They can. No Kiwi. Blitzkrieg's through. The A site is breached, and down goes Cry as well. Completely open, only 2 left. Never mind 1. It's all left up to death. 10-10 KD. Can they do it against 3 of Rect? This is it. This is the time to clutch. They've got to be careful of blue.
Well, Kiwi and Retrax are both very low HP. And Death, I don't know what that smoke was. I think it meant to go a little bit further, but... Oh, he's over...
Knife! The knife to make it the 9th point. Suna falls to Rect.
Oh my goodness. 9-3 and a crazy knife kill to just end it. That's how you get in the head of your opponents right there. But an insane game number 1, and wow, we're actually going to get right into game number 2. No break at all, as we're going to go into Cliffside for map number 2.
These guys are eager to jump into the action. Warming up, seems that, yeah, wow. Apex got most of those kills in the warm-up. Let's see if Rec take that as a disrespect, though Pistols is really a completely different beast. Round 1.
Well, Rect are 2-2 for pistol rounds right now. We'll see if Apex have an answer and maybe a chance here to get things started a little bit differently this time around. Nade comes through, does not connect. Death, I believe, sees Kiwi crosshair, and Kiwi's very low on HP. Believes gets tagged by a headshot there. Kiwi just trying to dodge, make things happen. Nebula finds one, finds a second onto Kiwi, and that's going to be the B site completely open. Jacob not able to land the headshot. But look at this. Oh, Jacob walks into 2 of them just lurking, and Cries like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Psychelo now in a 1 versus 5. Finds one. He's getting surrounded, though. Getting swarmed. The scanner does go down. And the flashbang goes down. Psychelo is out of there, and he's just getting swarmed. And Apex with an explosive start this time around.
Beautiful work from Apex. Really putting in the work here on Cliffside. Yeah, definitely turning the narrative around for us. But then again, it's only the first round and only the first pistol round. Apex, I think they were disrespected. I really think that these teams think in these terms. Oh, early hits with bullets as well. Colonists, they want the B side again. Whether Rec can give them to them that easy again is really the question. Cry crosses. We're at a standstill. Here comes Jacob lurking, but they're ready for him.
Still manages to find one. And Kiwi gets spotted over in the corner, but Ken still manages to find... I mean, Kiwi's on a sliver of health and somehow manages to find a pick here. But 2 versus 2, and I think they even played a man down because Glory Boy kind of trolled and jumped off the map, which you could do for some reason in the pre-round. But yeah, a little 2v2 action. Both players on Apex pretty low, and Retrax has a major opportunity here. If he can get the pick onto Cry... Oh, did he get spotted there? That's the real question, but... Either way.
Arrival really seemed to want to take Kiwi down once and for all there, but I think they're regrouping, kind of debating and weighing the possibilities of either a B or A push. They really seem they seem to want the B side again. But Kiwi's rotated off, and it's really up to Retrax to aid Kiwi in this slow colonist push coming in from the north side of B.
Yeah, and I mean, I think if you're in the mind of Apex, you're like, oh, Kiwi's got to be very, very low. Like, he's got to be tucked in somewhere. Because usually that's what you either play a headshot angle or you tuck into a corner if you're very low HP and maybe try to snag one. But Kiwi actually decided to take the risk and go for the advanced positioning here. But Scanner's going to go down. They have no idea where Kiwi is, at least, but... We do have Arrival watching the potential flank, and then Cry over here watching the defender spawn. And they're going to hear the steps coming in from Retrax in just a moment here. But again, 2v2 retake situation. We've used 15 seconds so far, and Kiwi finds one.
I really thought it was up to Retrax, but look at Kiwi pushing on through their first to fall 1v1. Just 15 seconds left now. Cry is low. Nade out. Here comes... No way! The blind fire onto a headshot for the win. 2 points. Apex is hanging in there.
Crazy to see that from Cry. And I mean, a perfectly timed free fire, and Retrax just walks right into that one. I mean, that was a really good round played from both teams, too. I mean, they took, Apex took their sweet time, checked all the angles, made sure that sight was clear before getting in there, and, used up all of the clock. So, it's like Kilo getting the first pick right onto death. That's going to at least put a little bit of a halt here as we see pretty much all of Apex crouching at this point.
It's the B site they want, and it's Retrax who falls. All up the Kiwi, Silo here. Oh, Jacob from afar. Savior in blue as well. Nade out. Sai is low health, and they're getting swarmed. They push into the smoke. They manage to pick one, and Jacob falls. Sai is alone here on the site. Here comes blue to the rescue. Glory Boy's position is known, but Sai is so close to going down. They hear the scanner. They have control of the situation. Oh. God, and a slam dunk by Blue, making it 1 point for Rect.
Really, really liked what Sai did there. I mean, he got his pick, he was able to fall back, and then he even threw himself a little defensive smoke right there just to, add to the chaos, and that's something that you see a lot in, other games like Counter-Strike, for example, and that smoke probably kept him alive for a little bit, or, it at least prevented Apex from wanting to push into the site, and I really, really appreciated that play, but... Again, we do see Apex, they're going back to their ways of going right to B, and Kiwi's playing a little bit further back this time.
They have full control of B, and what is Kiwi to do? One-handed, no death, finds the pick, and it's an engagement all up for Retrax now. pre-fire with the AK-12. Doesn't go their way. No, Glory Boy snags the kill. Come inside Kilo. Nope, not quite.
And a perfect round coming in from Apex. I mean, 3-1. We're seeing a different Apex this time around. Maybe it's the map. Maybe they're just way better at Cliffside than they are Suna. Who knows? But
I mean, come on. Let's oh, they jumped off again.
oh, he's back.
Let's give Apex a higher standard. I mean, it wasn't flawless. Some of them were damaged. Oof. Down goes Kiwi. Because Apex really is performing that well here on Cliffside.
Oh, absolutely. Cry.
Hi.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. What a blitzkrieg. And just like that, 4 are gone. To the shuttle they went. Up to Retrax, full health. Most of Apex is low health, including Nebula, who is just around the corner, but still manages to get the headshot. What a disrespect. 4-1 Apex, they're doing well here. Where they can keep it into a 6-2 scoreboard for themselves going into the side swap. That really is probably the best possible scenario they could have.
And I mean, the B slams, they're just working out for them. Rect have to try to figure out some sort of defensive run B to the point where they're pretty much leaving A open. And look at this. I mean, Jacob's going to get all that intel of all these steps here, and they might still just be able to walk on A for free. Blue finds one. Jacob finds another. And a rival.
Arrival from the back, shuts down 2, and just like that, Death is able to push on through. Here comes the scanner. Click, 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 and active. 45 seconds, counting down. 2v3.
2v2 is... I think the Kiwi... I think he saw the back, but it doesn't matter. Arrival there to be the savior. I think Kiwi might have just barely seen that, but it doesn't even matter. Arrival with a 4K, I think, that round. Insane stuff coming in.
Definitely a 4K. Beautiful work. I wish VAIL told us when a player would get an ace or a clutch or something.
That would be
That'd
pretty
be cool.
That
Sometimes
would
I
be...
just can't keep track.
I know, especially when you see some of these chaotic rounds coming in. I mean, some of these B slams coming in from Apex, and it's like, who gets what kill? Nebula. Oh my god, they go for the aggressive play. And we
full health.
and we blinked and we unfortunately missed it. Gets it a 4th. Oh, we're feeling some different types of dopamine right now. Nebula just walks into sight and completely slays Rect there. And of course they're going to be looking for the ace. And I think they're going to be gifted it. Nebula with the ace. Ladies and gentlemen, thanking the teammate for letting him have the ace. 6-1. Rect have to try to get another round to stay in this one, but Apex looking like a completely different team this time around.
They really like Cliffside, absolutely. And look at the scoreboards. I mean, if they take 7-1 into the side swap, that's even better than Rec's positioning there on what I believe to be Suna.
Yeah, I mean, Nebula able to catch the cross, gets tagged up a little bit there, but answers with a nade of their own, and Psy decides to go to the afterlife from a nade. Retrax and Jacob both find kills, though. And Kiwi...
3. Retrax also finding a pick. Kiwi doing a lot of work, and it's all left up to a rival. They are hunting them down. I think it will be a 6-2 KD. It might be the 6-2 curse that we have here in the bronze finals.
We'll have to see, but I think... Yeah, ooh, Retrax does get taken out, though, and now we're going to see if Arrival is going to be able to clutch this one out. Nice smoke. He's going to be able to get that plant in. And now...
Nice and confident.
Yeah, 1 versus 2. He's going to hear Rex coughing up there, and... Oh my god, that was... so close for them lining up for Arrival there, but Jacob to save the day for Rect.
If it wasn't for Jacob's quick aim, that could have been another double kill quickly coming out from Arrival. What a clip that would have been, but scores are 6-2, and Rect now take our colonist side, attacking the B and A sites.
And a reminder, folks, if Rect win this map, they will go on to face Acer shortly after this. And if Apex win this, we will be seeing a map number 3. So we're going to get into the pistol round of the second half here. Comes a nade, and Nebula completely demolishes Kiwi there. Nade's coming in. And the chaos starts.
For the B site, and for now, it's just pistol rounds. A few headshots dinking here and here. Arrival with one. A refrag. Nebula picking one up as well. They have control of the B site. It's only... Never mind, Jacob's gone. Yeah, Apex likes this map, and they like the pistol rounds on it too. 2 for 2 for them.
For sure, and I mean, again, they're just really doing a good job of getting the opening picks, and then even when they don't get the opening picks, they're just able to recover so easily, it seems like. Nades being exchanged, and we're seeing another B play again. Flash goes down. That's going to stop Jacob for at least a second here. Death getting taken out by Psy, but takes one with him to the grave. Psy makes it a second. Arrival finds Kiwi, and that scanner is down. Jacob finds a nice swing onto Cry there, and they know that generally Arrival should be on site, but doesn't even matter. And now it's Retrax to try to clutch a 1 versus 2, make that 1 versus 1, and he generally knows where the last player is. May be able to get the scanner down here, but Glory Boy has this thing called a grenade, and if he times this right, he could very well find him.
It's a little late and a little too short. Here comes Retrax coughing in the smoke. The audio cues should come out for Glory Boy. Oh, beautiful clutch headshot on top. 7-3. Rect have a long ways to go to come out with a 2-map win series against Apex, but they seem to have some sort of momentum going in.
Yeah, I mean, they just need a couple more rounds to really get their mental up, get back into this, but I mean, against a good feeling Apex, that's going to be tough. I mean, you got Nebula sitting pretty at 15-5, Arrival 10-6. I mean, you got a lot going in the way of Apex here. Look at this, they're gonna get aggressive here, and Retrax gets caught out with his hands down by his pockets, but Jacob able to save him for a little bit. Jacob's gonna toss a nade in. Does he find the pick? He does! Sinks a little 2-pointer there under Arrival. Glory Boy gonna be finding Kiwi there, and look at this. I believe Jacob might have heard the footsteps here, but a 3 versus 3.
3 versus 3, it's tight. Blue is low health. Rect is not looking good. Their KDs are all negative. That Psy also goes down, make that a 2v3. Here comes Death. Swinging around the corner, Jacob will hear those footsteps receding. And now it seems that the B site really is the only option here. Jacob slowly pushing in. Where is Blue when you need him? Smoke out, nade goes far. Jacob gets found by Cry, a headshot with the AK-12. Low health Blue is the only chance for Rect for a 4th point.
1 versus 3. Probably like 10 HP, let's be realistic, and 45 seconds.
Look at this angle from Glory. This one's going to be a tough one for Blue.
Oh
Headshot
my.
on top of it.
Yeah.
That is match point. That's right. It's match point.
The point of the match. But man, that was a crazy angle coming in from Glory. I mean, good luck trying to deal with that. Even if you're full HP, like, yeah, good luck. 8-3, and we're seeing a completely different scoreline. Apex could answer back with a 9-3 of their own, and wouldn't that be insanity?
It's a competitive match, but we have seen Acer really slam dunk on both of these teams in the winners bracket, so it's going to be a struggle for whoever wins this bronze finals. It'll be a tough fight for sure in the grand final against Acer.
Death finds one, and Rival gets a little bit over aggressive there. Gets taken out by Kiwi with a double swing there. Death's trying to find something of their own, but Rect somewhat have control of the site, at least for now. Glory Boy gonna be able to find Blue. Psykilo finds Cry, so that's gonna at least put him off the short angle there. And now Death and then Glory Boy just kind of hiding and waiting. And it's a 2 versus 2, so they're waiting for that scanner to start going down. Kiwi finding yet another one.
Yeah, but the Glory is really in a prime position. Seems that both colonists are pretty weary. Oh no, Sio nearly falls. Tagged to half health. They throw a nade into the corner, but it's a little bit too far. Glory just barely half health. It should honestly be Kiwi in Sai's position. Oh, but look at Sai, just too good. Finding the kill. Wrecked, hanging on by a thread. We're still here in match point. 1 point away, and Apex will take this map, and to map 3 we go. But maybe Wrecked is here to come back. I mean, how far can they come back from an 8-4? There's no way.
Hey, you know what? If there's a will, there's a way. I've seen crazier, and if we see an 8-8 comeback, I mean, that would be the craziest thing to see in the NA finals here. But nevertheless, smoke's going to be going down. It's like Kilo going to be entering his way onto the site. Actually plays right around the smoke. Gets the first kill. Nebula and Glory Boy both picking up refrags though. And oh my goodness,
that's it.
That's it. Never mind. We Apex won that one. By the way, folks, I'm like Internet Explorer. I'm very far in the past. But
you're like trying to be like, oh, maybe Rect is gonna win this one.
Nah. Apex just
4-0, instant round win for Apex.
Apex just Thanos snapped that one out of existence. But all right, we'll see if they go into this match quickly here. Maybe we'll get an ad break. We'll find out. But
in that case, here, count me out for the beginning of round 3 for map 3. I'm gonna grab a drink of water, Yellow. That was way too quick.
It's always some funny shenanigans that we find over in the land of VAIL, but we're glad you're here, folks, and shout out to everybody hanging out over in the live chat tonight. We appreciate your support, as always, and if you want to support whichever team wins it all tonight, you can do so with those championship skins that'll be available on the store post-season. As part of the revenue from those skins will go directly to the winning team there. So again, let me see if we're gonna do a little break or not. But otherwise, we'll catch you in just a sec here. Oh, nope, no break, no rest for the weary. We're getting into it, and map number 3 is going to be the one and the only Meiru. Alrighty, so we've got Apex over on that colonist side, and then Wrecked over on the Rayab side, and Meiru, a classic showdown map as well. Typically it's Suna, but you know, Meiru's also a good map as well. Flashbang coming out right away. Oh, Psykilo starts it off with a nade. Nebula starts it off with a nade of their own, but just like that, the A site has been opened. Jacob takes out Nebula, who gets a little bit overconfident there, but that scanner is going to go down pretty quickly.
Oh. Rival playing with death, and they quickly eat one in the face. Jacob with the headshot. Oh, no, death responds, make it a double. Can they make it a triple? They do for the clutch. 1 point. Apex, they won that pistol round. It was pretty close, but they did it. It's a good head start coming into map 3, and they need every single point they can to find themselves this, at least what could be the 2nd place in the Season 3 championship.
Yeah, I mean, Death was on like 1 HP at the very, very end there. I mean, he was facing death of his own, but nevertheless, we're going to see a little bit of a change of pace over towards that B site. And again, if I remember correctly, Meiru tends to be a little bit of a defender-sided map, not as much as Kidi, but I mean, the more rounds you can get on that offense, the better suited you're going to be on that side swap. Nebula going for a bit of a knife throw. Not going to connect with anything just yet. And Retrax finds a rival, but the Martyrdom kill comes into play. Ooh, Jacob with a nice little double there. It's going to be repositioning here, and we do have the rest of Apex trapped over in mid. And Saikilo baited out there, and that's going to allow Apex here to try to rotate over towards A. But the question is, will Jacob find the timing? He does at least get the flashbang. Oh, Jacob. It's the whiffage. Oh, no. That's not what you want. Kiwi finds the kill in the Glory Blade, and Nebula going to rotate back.
Time nade right onto Nebula's position. They know where they're at. Oh my gosh, is Nebula going for a big brain play? Is it still the A site that they want? Oh, the timing is perfect against Kiwi. But maybe they heard some footsteps. Kiwi's still looking mid. 30 seconds, is that enough time to rotate to the A side and put in a plant? No, Kiwi's rotating there. Nebula is going to have a fight in whichever artifact they choose. 15 seconds.
Looking like it is going to be A, but they're going to need to get that scanner down fast, and Kiwi might spot Nebula on the cross, but here's who first? And Kiwi with the pre-fire. Oh my goodness, you could cut that tension with a knife there. It was a very nice attempt from Nebula, I will say.
I like that thinking, you know?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, bait out the rotate back. I mean, Nebula's making all the footsteps in the world, gets a little bit of extra map control by taking over bunker, and that gives them the opportunity to play pretty much wherever they wanted to go there.
Time nade onto A. Look at Kiwi. They're going to go up against two of them. No, Nebula is the one to take the kill. Now it's up the side. The nade is perfect. Nebula gets refrag. Scanholder arrival pushing on through. The colonists, they have, for the most part, control. No! A nade out of nowhere. Retracts from the booth. Finds one. Oh! Nearly goes down. There's Glory. Thermite. Where did the Thermite go? I think it despawned. Scan has hit the artifact, and it's 2v2.
Blue taking the opportunity to flank here is going to be able to at least have a chance to try to shoot one of these players in the back. But Blue does spot one of the players, but I think they also get spotted. And yeah, Glory Boy's very attentive to the fact. Blue finds one and makes it a second. And just like that, Wrecked able to take another round.
I mean, beautiful recoil control, because they were holding down that trigger for pretty much 3/4 of that mag in the MK. So that's really good, I guess, target switching.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Blue. I mean, he made the right call going for the flank, and even though he got spotted, was still able to make the best of it, as his teammate there was able to be a bit of a distraction by pushing through that smoke. So well played from both members there for sure.
Scan this time. They want the B site, and they're going to stack up against it. Quick early frag onto Nebula, and that's going to be a headshot. It's going to hurt the scan holder as they have less protection, but we still have Glory to protect. Where is Size flank when you need him? A little bit too early, perhaps, and it's just a fight for the B site. Death goes down. Here comes Rival.
Well, he's gotten himself into a good position here. The question is, will anybody be wary of, maybe check the corner? You never know. Oh, Sai gets taken out there, and that's going to open up mid just a little bit, but the rest of the cavalry is here to try to hold that position down. Minute 5 on the clock, and Apex have plenty of time to do something here.
Yeah, Rec deterred Apex quite well on the initial push onto B, but I don't know if they have quite a lot of utility left. For Blue, they're very low health. They keep getting tagged. Blind fires through the boxes. Down goes Jacob. All of it to Blue. Where's the rotate? Here's retracts. Down, never mind. It's just still Blue here. Kiwi on the rotation. 3 colonists on B. Oh, all left up to Kiwi now. Oh no, but the pre-fire did not work. Arrival peaks at the perfect time, or even Stevens 2-2. I think this is a great indicator that we might have an 8-8 scoreboard towards the end of Meiru here.
Wouldn't that be a finish for our bronze match?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Blue did his job there, and he stayed alive. I don't think his teammates did as well of a job of that, though. I mean, they tried to go for the peaks one by one, and really they could have regrouped there, and we could have been seeing a different round. But coulda, woulda, shoulda. It's always 2020 is hindsight, as they say. But getting into it, we do see a very, very slow approach this time coming in from Apex. And, you know, again, leaning towards B site. It worked for them last round, so I might as well give it another go. And we do have shots rigging out on both ends. Ooh! I wonder, was the edge of him sticking out there on that smoke? It's crazy that he found that kill there. But Jacob does go down, and that defense is going to be opened up a little bit.
Yeah, definitely weary of whatever defense happened on B, but this time around it is clearly weaker. Coming in from Rag to an engagement here with Glory. Rival coming here as well. They quickly find retracts. Thermite does not go where they want it to, and Arrival will sit in the flames, but untouched. There's Blue trying to find the win. Kiwi loses the mid-fight once more, and oh my gosh, Death is completely cut off the flank. And just like that, Apex will find most likely a third point. There they go, Arrival. Man, 5-3 KD.
Crazy, crazy stuff. I mean, I'm kind of shocked that that fire did not do anything to Arrival there. I mean, you would have thought it would have spread to the ground or something, but yeah, Arrival just kind of sits in hell for a little bit and you know, lives to tell the tale.
Quite literally. That Thermite is dangerous. We saw Psy fall to it just one map ago. Fight on mid again, but Scanner, I believe they're going underground for the A site. Nice and slow. Apex likes it nice and slow.
And it's worked out for them. I mean, again, they'll just kind of split up, look for clues a little bit, and then just converge onto a site, and they're just winning their fights right now. And again, we're seeing a very different Apex than we saw game number one. They've definitely flipped a switch in this instance, and we do have some attention over towards the B site that is, you know, maybe prompt a little bit of a rotate there. But
look at
Kiwi,
this three-player Rayab stack here on mid. Oh, they find Death just sitting there. Down goes Nebula, but look at Arrival. They're still there. Glory Boy out of here as well. Arrival, they have control of A.
1 versus 3. Tries to force a fight, but unable to, and Retrax is going to be getting that round for Rect and doing a little dance for the cast as well. And yeah. He's feeling it a little bit. He said, "No, you're not clutching today, sir. This is our round, and we're coming back." So 3-3. And we're feeling it on both sides. Retract's finally feeling a little bit doped up, and we'll see who ultimately takes this one. But, you know, you could very well be right that this could be a potential 8-8 scoreline. We'll have to see when that half swaps, but penultimate round of the first half, and we'll see if Apex are able to take another one.
I'm liking the 3-3 though. I'm liking it neck and neck, neck and neck.
I agree. And we do see Glory going for a little bit of a pre-fire there. Not getting much info, if at all. And again, you know, Apex, they're just doing this slow play stuff. And it's working for them, sure. But even that... Oh, Glory Boy not able to land all the shots and actually takes a lot of damage on his own. Kiwi finds the first pick onto Nebula there on the aggressive A main peak and is able to fall right back and actually positions himself back into lower. And oh, this could be interesting. Kiwi's gonna get that information. And I believe Death is gonna think that the site is open.
Yeah, but I think they heard Kiwi's footsteps on below. Wow, what a find by Cry. Rival does go down, but for the most part, Colonists should have confidence here on the A site. Kiwi just lurking, ready for a late post plant peak.
But Apex,
maybe we see. Yeah, go for it. Sorry.
I was gonna say, but Apex, they have a problem here. That scanner's all the way over on the B site.
Oh, the scanner dropped. I didn't even see that.
And yeah, they know Kiwi's down here, or at least they have a very good suspicion of it. But nevertheless, Blue.
Oh no.
Oh, almost a double, but Cry gets spotted out, and now Rect knows exactly where he is. And 10 seconds left. not really any possibility where this one gets clutched out. 5 seconds, and Rect will be taking their 4th round.
What a tough fight. What a tough fight. Yeah, yeah. As soon as that scan went down, I think that was it. With Kiwi still staying alive, the possibility of a team elimination onto Rect was pretty much a no-go. Not possible.
For sure. And again, we're going to see maybe a different play this time around. And, oh, Jacob finds a really early pick. Not even 10 seconds into the round, barely. And Apex are trying to go for an aggressive B play. But Rect are ready for this one, it seems. Flash comes out for retracts. Finds one through the box, just barely. And now a 3 versus 5 situation for Apex here. Jacob finds another one. And oh my goodness, it's an all-out war here.
Ridiculous. With 4 Rect still alive, that is a bang to finish off the first half of Meiru. Now it's up to Apex. Would you say that this map is defense-sided?
Historically, when I've casted it, I've always seen it lean towards the defense. Although if Rect do get a pistol around here, at least they'll have some room to work with. But if they lose this pistol round, then I mean you're looking at a 5-4 scoreline, and it may very well lead into Apex catching up, and that's not the start you want if you're Rex, but definitely the start you want if you're Apex. And ooh, Nebula with another one. Psychilo getting the kill on the Nebula. We should just call this nade round. Who needs pistols, right?
Another frag goes off as you say that. That's just ridiculous. Colonists for now, they're stuck in lower wrap. Oh, possible engagement here on mid. Time nade onto the corner of B. There's no one there.
Obi? No.
Oh,
yeah. So much going on.
What's crazy is that, yeah, what's crazy is that there's no smokes right now on A. So this is like purely tucking in, going cover to cover for both squads, frankly. But look at the scan. They're rerouting once again. Maybe it's B. Only a rival being there. Death able to rotate. I think they could blitzkrieg and push through and confidently plant as long as they get the kill. No, there's Kiwi. Sorry, there's a rival.
I thought he was going to line up the headshot, but Death makes it a quick double on of his own. And now it's Psychilo in a 1 versus 3, and they know exactly where he is, so they're just going to be able to stick that scan. And a quick triple as Death puts a quick end to that pistol round. And Apex, they're coming back. They are coming back, my friend.
Evening out the numbers on the scoreboard here. That was only the pistol round. As long as Rect can find some sort of holes to punch through and get the 4 points that they need here on the second half, they can finally give us the redemption of Acer versus Rect once again. How many seasons is this in a row? It was, I believe it was season 1. I think it was preseason 2. I think it was season 2 for sure at VRML.
Yeah.
It was Acer versus Rect season 3. Or no, we're in season 3 now, so it could be just ridiculous. This legacy of Acer versus Rect.
This rivalry, you know, old versus new. I'd say is Acer is a newer organization compared to Rect, so to speak. Rect have been around much longer, but you know, it's a tale as old as time with, you know, these two orgs just going at it over and over again. But Apex, they might have something to say about that. They might want their shot at you know, at this finals, and they'll do what they can to try to grab that. And we've been not having a lot of action this round. Maybe some util thrown at each other. Psychilo finds a nice kill on the Glory Boy over on the A site. But again, 3 members of Apex still over towards this B site. They're still feeling like something's gonna happen.
Down goes Jacob there on mid. It seems that both squads don't really know what's going on. Cry gets found. They're on the top of A, quickly refrag Nebula, snagging the kill. What is going on here on B? There's the hole that they were looking for, and the rotate quickly from the Rayad come through 3v2 for Rec. This could be the round that they want. No, Kiwi's just barely low health. They quickly find one before getting refragged. 1 versus 1. Both of these players are full health. Nebula scrambling to make it a 5th point. Behind the boxes they go. Here comes Blue.
Oh, he's sticking it. He somehow finds it. Blue overcommits to it. And Nebula's going to punish him for it. With an insane, pretty much 1 versus 3 clutch, if you will. And Apex have tied it up. 5-5.
Just ridiculous from Apex. Really, you know, a lot of courage to plant there. But Wrecked, they are putting in the work. I don't know. There's no way. Like, what I'm used to in VAIL is, like, you know, side swap. Okay, then one team gets all the points. You know, when it's not super one-sided. But clearly here we're going neck and neck. There was 2-point difference at one point, but we're back to being 0, tied up.
I mean, maybe my analysis of Meiru is a bit flawed, you know? I mean, if these teams are going back and forth at it, and they are pretty evenly matched teams too, to add.
I think so. I don't think you're wrong at all. I think it's really that these two teams are super evenly matched, and it's a very competitive fight here for in the bronze final. Cry though opens things up with the nade onto Sai, and that makes it a 4v5 for Rect.
The question is, are they going to check this corner? Oh, they do. Rect's able to get 2 picks of their own. Incendiary going to go down. Death going to be finding a pick, but Retract's going to be finding the next one there. And now a 3 versus 2 situation. We've seen this before. Apex have clutched this up before, and just like that, now all of a sudden it's a 1 versus 2.
The retake was strong. Here's the diffuse. No, Glory Boy goes in for the finisher. Again, Apex find a round win here in the second half. Make that 6-5 here, and we're approaching. I'm nervous. I'm nervous because is Apex the team to break the spell of Acer versus Rect in the VAIL community? Are they the team to do it?
They very well could be, and we're just a few short rounds away from seeing that. Now,
out of all the orgs, I think Apex really is the one to do it.
Yeah, I mean they're a solid roster. They've got a lot of good shooters on their team, and you know, we've seen insane clutches come from a lot of these players. A lot of good individual plays. And look at this, an all-out brawl over on the B site. And again, look at that, 3 picks going in the way of Rect. Finally, something working for them here, but. You know, Nebula getting a pick, Kiwi finding Death, and now it's Nebula versus 3. And surely not. But you never know. Nebula's going to take some good space here. Going to get right up on that smoke.
The important thing is that the scan hasn't hit the site. No, but they don't need it to. Here's Kiwi to find the refrag onto Nebula. That was an interesting position behind the smoke, but it dissipated a little bit too quickly for them to play off of any misdirection. 6-6, we're here tied up. What is going on here on Meiru?
Crazy. I mean, I really, you know, you might be right. We might have an 8-8 game, and that would be crazy for a bronze finals. But, you know, this would be Rect's first season not in finals if they lose this.
Yeah, it would feel kind of weird for us, but even the viewers are conflicted. The vote is just too close to really see a definitive winner. Early scan, no, but it's denied arrival. Perfect nade onto the site. There's Jacob and Retracts putting in the work, whittling them down 3v4.
Oh, Jacob's losing a lot of health, and he gets diced to the fire. And that was the fight to win, and Apex, they clean up 7-6, 2 more rounds away from a potential victory, and them moving on to the grand finals to fight off against Acer.
Yellow Hat in the chat, Farrells is asking for name tags and lasers.
Oh, we want some lasers. We want some lasers.
They want some name tags, I guess.
Yeah,
These are expert viewers, and you know, These are
All right, well,
strategists in the chat. They need to know.
we'll oblige. I like keeping them off, but you know we do stuff for our
they don't
viewers
want
here.
the cinematic experience, I guess. Gosh. no, I'm just kidding, Ferals. Thanks for the pointer.
Yeah, all good. See a bit of a.
Oh my gosh! I think it's a copy pasta asking for. I just realized they're doing a small copy pasta in the chat.
Oh my goodness.
Let's keep that copy pasta going for VAILcast. I kind of really like it.
Look at this. I mean, the space is open over towards that B site. A little bit of an incendiary goes down, but with such a wide area, a rival can walk right around it, and Jacob just puts him down quickly. And they know where the last player is, so surely they're going to rotate here, right? Or they're just going to get the peek, and we're 7-7 on the board. Both teams just 2 rounds away from advancing to finals.
It's just ridiculous, kind of how these teams are getting these wins. It's so competitive. They've got to throw a wrench into the works to get that round win. Rec didn't even go for the plant. They just basically stacked up and went for kills there. Round 15 now. I think whoever wins this round really will put on the pressure, and I think these two teams may crack.
Yeah, man. Wrecked with the experience. They've played under pressure many times before in a final situation, and Apex, not as much. And so, we're going to see what happens here. Nades kind of going through, and the attention going over towards A, but Apex have wisely not budged at all. They have 2 players over on that B site. Glory Boy finding Jacob there. Oh my god. Retracts, you can't be doing that on cast. That's insane. Quick flick over. And they're going to open up that A site just a little bit. But, oh, look at this. Blue finds Nebula. Oh my god, Sai with a nade. And just like that, Rector on match point.
Say it with me. Match point.
Match point. Match point. But the real question is, are Rect going to advance in this round right here, or are we going to see an 8-8 scoreline? You called it at the beginning.
I'm sticking with the prediction, and I think
yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Rect, they're gonna blitz through here. Oh, look at this! Rival. Oh. Quick flank coming in from Nebula. Retracts finding the pick though, but Nebula takes one with him. And now it's a 2 versus 3, 2 versus 2. Goes for the risky scheme, and now a 1 versus 1.
Retracts, can you do it? Can you make it a 9th point?
He's got the util.
And Rect back into the history books. Here comes Cry sitting on the east side. Flash goes out, but it's behind the box.
Oh, but he's playing with his food a little bit too much, and Retract's able to clutch it out. And Rect, once again, will be advancing onto the grand finals. Apex, so god-dang close, but it wasn't enough.
By the skin of their teeth, Rect, they stamped their logo into history. They are going up against Acer in the grand finals of North America.
And folks, we will be there with the action in just a short little bit, but for right now, we're going to have a word from our sponsors and take a little 10-minute break, so go refill on your snacks and we'll catch you in just a little bit.
Prepare to
Only
start.
Baron left alive. Where is Baron? In the spawn. And somebody's
Go.
Spud in the bottom going absolutely crazy, getting the 2K.
Match point.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. With me in the voice chat is Fizz and Jacob. Fizz, the co-captain, I believe, for Acer. You correct me if I'm wrong. And Jacob, the captain of Rekt. How you guys doing? Rekt first. I want to ask, how do you feel, Jacob, after that really close matchup against Apex in the losers bracket?
I feel good. Yeah, that was a fun game. It was definitely especially the third map was really, close, but it was fun.
What was going through your mind, or even the rest of the team, as you guys were steadily approaching after that 7-7 scoreboard? What was the dialogue in the team chat at that point to try to go to across the finish line to 9 points?
Well, I'll kind of be real. There was not much happening. We were all basically just focused as hard as we could be. So there was not much, yapping, basically. It was just comms.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I want to ask here, Fizz, I'm going to assume that you were playing in the match against Rekt. I believe I cast it, but I just don't. You were there. And so, I mean, what were some key takeaways from the Rekt match that your guys', without spoiling, I guess, team secrets, whatever you can share, we'd love to hear. What are some points and notes that you guys have taken about Rekt after that semifinal match?
I mean, we definitely know that they have some weak points and that we can take advantage of those weak points and have some of our best shooters, just run in there and tear them down pretty much.
And after that matchup, is there anything that you noted of Rekt that kind of worried you, or things that Acer is now prepping for here in the grand finals of Season 3?
Just to stay dialed in and just understand how some teams do play different, like Rekt. They're definitely a different breed of a team, It's not any shocker that they are different. And we just have to be aware of those and just adapt quickly and change for them.
Jacob, on Rekt, any message to the I guess the captain of Rekt? Sorry, the co-captain of Acer.
Not really. I mean, same. Our main takeaway from our semifinals game was just like, how you guys play in general, because we haven't really gotten to play you guys in scrims that much. We play at 8 pretty much all the time. You guys play at 7 pretty much all the time. So it was just unfortunate. But so pretty much our main takeaways is just generally how they play. We haven't really changed much about how we play. But yeah.
You guys
trying
ready?
to get more used to it. Yeah, we are.
Yep, we are more than ready.
Let's do it. I'll see you guys soon.
See ya.
Yep. How long do we have?
Prepare to
Only
start.
Baron left alive. Where is Baron? In the spawn. And somebody's here.
Go.
Spud in the bottom going absolutely crazy, getting the 2K.
Match point.
welcome back, folks. We are officially back, and what a heck of a game we had between Rekt and Apex. They fought it tooth and nail all the way to the end, and it went to a Game 3 decider, and Rekt ultimately took it 9-7. And so, as we mentioned earlier, we will be seeing Rekt face off against Acer right now in the grand finals for VRML VAIL Season 3. And so it's going to be one heck of a match, but I'm sure Acer are very much ready for this one, and it'll be quite interesting. But before we get into that, we have a couple housekeeping things to take care of, so I'm going to hand the mic over to Chum as he goes over a couple things with you fine folk watching tonight. Take it away.
Yeah, I mean, it was a crazy match against Rekt and Apex, but we're here in the final match of Season 3, Acer versus Rekt once again. I think, what is it, 3 seasons in a row now?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And these two teams really deserve it. But before we jump into the action, I want to quickly mention the VAIL Alliance subscription. Already, the majority of players in VRML are subscribed to the Alliance, and I just want to make sure that you guys are aware of the perks and benefits. You get not only full access to VAIL Combat, which is the game mode that we're using to have these competitive matches on air, but everything else that VAIL has to offer, which includes cosmetics, nameplates, a monthly supply of in-game currencies for you to do what you will with for skins and other stuff, and supply crates, which is the mechanics that in which you can get new skins and other consumables that you can use in game. So look ahead, go check out the VAIL Alliance subscription. More information in the VAIL XLab server, and with it, not only all of that with VAIL Combat and all the skins that you can get, you also get early access to the upcoming game mode of Extraction that XLab is developing for VAIL. So be sure to support XLab by participating in the VAIL Alliance subscription. And yeah, let's keep this amazing game going forward with more support to not just the game devs, but I guess a more beautiful game with all these beautiful skins.
Exactly, and speaking of skins, we do have another thing to mention. So, the winner of tonight's match, they will get their own custom championship skins. And on top of that, too, you can actually purchase said skins, or I believe a variant of them, or whichever, and if by purchasing them, not only are you supporting XLab, the developers, but you're also directly supporting the championship team. It's the first time that XLab is doing this where a portion of the revenue earned from the skins are going directly to the champions of Season 3. So tonight we will see who's going to be the recipient of that. But it looks like we're getting right into the match here, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going to show off right on Suna and Suna Night. People like these night variants. It's really interesting to see.
It's not like the lighting really changes that much. Visibility is still good. It's just, I guess, the vibes, no?
Yeah, it's like, it's a different vibe, you know? I'm used to seeing Suna in the day, and like, it's all bright and sunny and everything, but nevertheless, we're gonna get right into it. We got Acer starting off on the attack on the colonist side, and then Rekt starting off on that defense. So we're getting right into it here, folks, and a fast Acer slam, as we saw with the EU team earlier. Oh, but Fizzy getting a lot of damage there. And Fizzy lines up one and another, and Blue picks up a kill onto Julian, and just like that, Fizz now forced into a 1 versus 5. That happened so quick, man.
I guess against Apex, Rekt doesn't particularly enjoy pistol rounds, but I guess on Suna, they are really on fire here for pistol rounds. Instant round win to start us off here. Huge.
Well, here's a trend too. So Jacob got a 4K on the first pistol round on Suna, and now Blue also got a 4K this pistol round. So trading off some of the glory there, but now we're in our first full rifle round, and so we'll see if Acer have the capability, which, clearly they're undefeated this season, I believe. So, we'll see what they're made of. But Jacob again getting that first initial pick. Oh, some damage onto Retrax there. Kiwi finds the pick onto Mad Dog. Retrax really trying to find things here. But look at that, Rico.
on the B site. That's a huge kill onto Retrax. Kiwi is just trying to struggle, but slowly the wrecked retake should happen. 3 players all committed to the B site. A nade onto Jacob. That's a huge loss.
Now look at this. Blue already on the hard flank, and gives away his position by throwing that nade, though. Does a little bit of damage to Julian, I think, but here comes the flashbang. And that's going to force them...
Perfect.
Blue finds one, but now a 2 versus 2 retake, and somehow Acer have recovered this round, at least for the moment being. Fizzy trying to find Rico there, but unable to do so. 20 seconds left. Here comes the Insin. And somehow he's not burning on that. It goes a little bit too far. Fizzy with a nice headshot, though. 1 versus 2 for Neuro to try to make happen here. And we've seen Neuro plenty of times before in 7 seconds, and Neuro's going to be clutching this one out. 1 versus 2.
Absolutely insane. Just ridiculous. I mean, it was really close there, but Wrecked just got whittled down by the colonist presence there on the B site. You gotta give it to Neuro. They're just sticking with it and playing the time, not peeking, not ego peeking like we've seen before. Really good gameplay from them. And it seems like the commit to the site is really working for them.
Absolutely. And so, Retrax goes for a bit of an early aggression there, but it does not work out in their favor. I mean, maybe feeling a little bit confident against this Acer roster, but peeking into 4 of them, that's a tall ask. Kiwi finds one. Oh my goodness, he just takes some damage, but Neuro able to find the pick there. Fizzy and Jacob both cleaning up. And Jacob gets caught on the cross, and now it's just Fizzy in a 1 versus 2. And Mad Dog's waiting and ready in mid, and oh my goodness. Fizzy gets cut down by Mad Dog, and just like that, Acer with another round.
Beautiful stuff from Acer. They are really picking up momentum here, picking up steam. 2 points in a row. And I think it really comes down to how these two teams play a 2v2 or a 2v3. And Acer are coming out on top consistently here in early Suna.
Absolutely. And so Acer kind of doing this 4-1 split. They send Mad Dog on their own, and the rest of the players kind of storm a site, and it usually kind of works. But we'll see if that happens this round.
Time nades there. Ooh, nearly catching Kiwi, but they're still all good. 5v5, and they are on the B side. They've taken lower on the side. Guns flaring. Mad Dog finding blue there on mid. Oof. Full control of B, but just not confident enough to plant. Down goes Kiwi. A huge find by Julian. 4 versus 2. This is not a good situation for Fizzy and Jacob.
Certainly not. And so, I mean, especially now that Fizzy and Jacob are in this retake situation, 4 versus 2, like it's gonna be hard. Jacob tries to find one, but immediately gets fragged out. And now Fizzy in a 1 versus 3 situation is about to get triple peeked. Not able to land the shots, and Neuro puts a quick end to that 3-1.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, you can see the way. I think Rekt is playing a little bit too passive here on the B side, but then again, Acer right now could go for A and just throw a little bit of confusion sprinkled in.
I mean, even then, it's seeming like their default is this. They send Mad Dog one way and then the other 4 the other way, and it's working. And, they're going for these aggressive peaks. Good. Now fall back. Go for some util. Back off. And Acer's still going to keep going. Retrax gets caught with the timing, though. Kiwi finds Neuro, though. And they're going to pre-fire through the smoke, but unbeknownst to them, Mad Dog is here. Oh, Jacob, hold up. Somehow knows that Mad Dog's there from those footsteps. Turns and flicks just in time, even with the peeker's advantage that Mad Dog would have had on that fight. But somehow Jacob's still able to win that one. Insane stuff from the captain, and now the round has come to a screeching halt.
Oh, what a find by Rico, and that might be the hole that they're looking for, but the cross is still tentative. Got to be careful of Fizzy there. The smoke should cover most of it. A time nade there on the corner. Next up, Pipes. Here comes Blue. Where's the peek from Blue?
Waiting for him to get a little bit closer. Finds a 1, but Rico finds Blue. 1 versus... Oh my goodness, the swing and the hit. Acer up another round. And the scoreboard, it may not look like it, certainly, but some of these rounds have literally come down to 2v2s and 1v1s. And, you know, it could be a different scoreline right now. But I think really what threw that last round off was Jacob just goes for that questionable peek out to Rocket and gets caught out there. And I think Acer just also doing a good job of catching Rekt on some of these timings. And it's not working out in Rekt's favor right now.
Kodiak in the chat predicting a 9-4 Acer win. They're dead set on that prediction.
If it's 9-5, you owe me like $5. Mad Dog finds Blue. Mad Dog finds another. And they know Fizzy's in the back, but Jacob with a very long range nail. Oh my god, almost finds another one on the Mad Dog there. But it doesn't even matter, as the rest of Acer are over on the A site. And it's just util insanity here, folks, as, retracts with the movement onto Neuro up that ladder.
And the flash was perfect. Oh, Julian snags one. 1 versus 2. It's really a gun game situation because the scan is held by them. What a peek. I mean, retracts giving themselves away when Fizz is just so far. That's a huge hit. Here comes Fizz.
He doesn't have the util to try to deal with this at all. And he's got to wait for, or Julian's got to wait for him. But, oh, now Fizzy gets up close. Does Julian go for the, oh, he sees through the gap of the little thingy, but Bobby, I don't know what to call it, but good job on Julian. And it's same clutch from him. Bringing Acer up to 5-1.
Just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Got a lot of action in the live chat, folks. If you are aware that a teammate or a friend in the VAIL community is not aware of the grand finals happening right now, send them the link. Make sure to let them know that, hey, Acer and Rekt are going at it again in Season 3. And this time, the connoisseurs, the voters in the live chat, are saying Acer's going to take this one, which is a stark difference from what we saw in Season 2, or Season 1 at VRMLCon.
Well, that's one way to do it. Neuro picking up a double. Almost making it a triple.
More. Oh.
Oh, he finds another one there. That's insanity. And now Blue has to try to find a 1 versus 3. They have a flashbang to their name, but none of the Acer players looking towards the other one, towards the flank at all. They're all just dead set on catwalk here. And Blue finds the 1 onto Julian. Tosses his flash, and now they reposition.
They have full health, so they have the advantage. A flash should have caught Blue. Here's the peek. Not sure if Fizz hears it. No, they do, and they peek accordingly. 6 points. Acer quickly picking up steam here. Unbelievably fast gunplay and kills coming out. These engagements, the high TTK of VAIL is not even getting shown off here in this match. Both of these teams are getting these kills so quickly.
Yeah, that's the power of headshots. I mean, pretty much all the weapons that they're using are, of course, one-hit headshots. The HK being one-hit headshot at shorter range, but, a couple players like Fizzy, and actually Fizzy's the only one, and, Retracts using the AK-12 to that long range. But look at that, just Acer, the firing squad comes through, Fizz comes through, gets Blue, and it's not even close. I mean, now Fizzy in a 1 versus 4 situation, and we're not even 30 seconds into the round. I mean, Rekt, okay, 1 versus 3. Fizzy able to try to do something there, but now has to go against 3 Acer players. And, yeah, Fizz is right around the corner. Tries to go for a little 360 there, doesn't work out, and Acer end that half very quickly with a 7-1.
That's a strong start for them. The very difficult path ahead of Rekt to try to even contest map number 1. Rekt is just so far ahead.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not like Rekt was able to really even adapt to what Acer were doing. Acer were just showing pure aggression, pure confidence, and, Rekt, they had a good pistol round, and that was about it. I mean, they tried to get aggressive, they tried to get in their faces, but didn't even really work out for them. Kiwi finds Julian. So that's going to open up the back of sight at least, and Rector going to be able to at least get in.
With A, it seems that Acer really doesn't... Oh, what a find by Mad Dog. Headshot through the back. And here's the flank from Acer. 3v4. Oh, Neuro evening it down. 3v3. It's going to be a tough retake, though.
But Acer, they've made their way onto site at least, and they're going to be able to hold these players. Mad Dog finds one.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, they were chasing.
What?
Was he going for the knife?
I think so. Mad Dog had their gun down there.
He might have had to like go for the reload and instead wanted to go for the knife there for whichever reason. But yeah, Rex.
No, Blue was just too quick with it, switching targets and found 2 headshots at the end. 2 points for Rect. Still a long way ahead of them.
He was playing a little Call of Duty Zombies there, just just enemies swarming from everywhere. But nevertheless, Rect take both pistols, but have yet to find a rifle round this series. So we'll see if they're able to do that on this round or not. And Neuro playing, oh my god, just the nade trade. And it was the same players. And Fizz and Mad Dog just immediately cut down with that pre-fire.
Oh, the nade from Fizz. Mad Dog didn't even have to put any work. All left up to now Jacob. And I think Mad Dog, even just a graze and they're out of here. Still, Jacob is here. Oh, there's Fizz with the squat pop. Here's match
What
point.
8-1. Actually, sorry, 8-2. I'm not giving Rect enough credit there. They won both the pistol rounds, so maybe Acer's only flaw is that they need to work on pistol rounds? Maybe. I don't know. But, just generally speaking, Acer, really good utility usage, and they're just outgunning. I mean, if you're Rect, you got to do something to try to win these fights. And look at that, Rico and Julian, both with the pre-fire. Fizz already taking space, and now it's the 2 versus 5. 1 versus 5, and just like that, not a single soul lost on Acer.
Mustache in the chat saying Acer just running through the rounds, and it's absolutely true. 9-2 is a huge achievement.
And that's just map 1. We still got, at the minimum, 2 more maps to play, and at the maximum, 4 more maps to play. But, yeah, what a start to the series there by Acer. 9-2. Crazy stuff, but we'll be right back at you as we're going to take a brief ad break. Don't go away, folks. See you in a bit.
Prepare to
Only
start.
Baron left alive. Where is Baron? In the spawn. Can somebody
Go.
Spud in the bottom going absolutely crazy, getting the 2K.
Match point. Prepare to
Only
start.
Baron left alive. Where is Baron? In the spawn. And somebody's
Go.
Spud in the bottom going absolutely crazy, getting the 2K.
Match point.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Alright folks, we're getting into map number 2, and what a better map to do than Meiru. And we're gonna take it at nighttime because it's like 8 o'clock at night, give or take, almost on the East Coast. I know you over on the West Coast, you still got some sunlight, but it's dark here, so we're getting into the wee hours of the evening here, and we're gonna have a start of our pistol round here, and let's swap our teams. Ace are gonna be starting once again on Colonist, and we'll see maybe some of that same aggressive play here. Incendiary goes out and actually spreads pretty well. Jacob with a nice aid onto Fizz. Julian trying to find Fizzy there on the retake, or on the repeat, excuse me, but unfortunately not able to. And look at... All right.
Wow. SMG from Fizzy takes down Julian, and just like that, they take full control of not only B, but also closer towards the colonist spawn. So that's a huge round for Rayab. Acer starting us off. Wrecked starting us off really strong.
So we're 3-0 for pistol rounds from Rex. It's funny that we think about it, but we'll see if maybe they're able to get one of these rifle rounds, or if we're going to see the next 7 rounds go in Acer's way, which I hope it to be a little bit closer, but Acer just been a dominant force for so long, and Rex looking to make an end to that, and they did last season in Season 2 over at VRML Con, but you know, we'll see what happens there. But Fizzy again playing this aggressive angle, trying to see maybe if he can find somebody here. Kiwi finds the kill on the Fizz. Blue finding another pick onto Julian there, and ooh, Jacob with a nice headshot. Rex, they're answering back this time around, but it's not over yet, at least in the round until it's over. And we do even see the Taquito swap in for... Trying to think of who was not in, but doesn't even matter. Taquito gets cut right down. Rico finds one, finds a second. Oh, hold up. Kiwi and Blue are low. This could still go to Rico.
But they have full control of scanner, and they have map control. I think it's going to be a tough fight here for Rico, even if they're full health. Smoke out top of B. They gotta win this engagement against Blue. It's going to be tough in these corridors. We saw somebody in the live chat saying that Wrecked doesn't slam unless all of the players on Wrecked are on fire, and I think we're pretty much close to that in Meiru. Here's a peek by Blue, a thermite. Oh, they find Kiwi. Oh, not by Blue though. What a clutch from Blue. To 1 quarter health, 2 points for Wrecked.
God, I thought he was gonna throw that so hard. Like he threw the util and then he was getting pre-fired and Kiwi just went down that. Oh my god, listen, I know I'm 29 years old, but like, you're gonna give me heart problems if you keep that stuff up, man. That was crazy.
Final destination stuff right there, jeez.
Alright, getting back into it before I just like have a complete aneurysm. Wrecked going into the A site, starting to feel a little bit. Actually, I'm sorry, Acer going right into the A site, feeling pretty confident. Even I'm getting my teams mixed up now. Taquito gets the incendiary kill onto Kiwi there. Here comes some nades. Flash comes out. And now a 3 versus 4 retake for Wrecked to try to accomplish here. And they're all going to group up in the same spot. Taquito, ooh, they're going to get smoked off, but there's a gap. Taquito gets one. Rico answers with 2. And Fizz just gets the kill onto Jacob just like that. Acer with their first round.
What a beautiful switch from Fizz. Able to handle Jacob pushing through mid. It was really a coordinated, well-coordinated push from the colonists. Acer doing a lot of work to be in sync and pushing the site together. I mean, we're seeing that from a lot of teams. Obviously, you can't really plant unless you have that sync. But I think that kind of impacted me more deeply than I expected.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, again, just Acer, they're so good on their offense, and they're just insane in general. Kiwi does find the first pick, though. Neuro does find the kill on the Kiwi, though. Blue finding the kill onto Rico. And now bringing it back to a 3 versus 4. But we've seen Acer, nearly close these types of rounds out. And look at
They
this.
find one double kill and it's over.
Yeah, look at this space that Fizzy has taken, though. Pushed all the way through B. And if he's not careful, he might actually run into 2 of these players. But Acer, oh my goodness. Oh, if they go this way, Fizzy has such a golden opportunity here.
They might drop the scanner, and then he could get refragged here if they're not careful. Time nade out on the back. But there's a pinch going on from Retrax as well. No, blue. Oh, there's Retrax. There's the pinch.
And a little
3
dance.
points for Regt. And the little, you gotta have it. The little wiggle.
Absolutely. But 3-1 for Rect to start off. Definitely looking at a little bit better shape this time around than they did last game. But, you know, Acer, they always have an answer in some way or fashion. So we'll see if maybe they do clap back on their own. I wouldn't doubt it, but we haven't seen it happen just yet. But again, Acer actually taking a bit of a slower approach this time around. Getting aggressive over on B, trying to see maybe if they can get anything. And look at this, Fizzy's just going right for it. Oh, almost found the double there, but Neuro actually gets cut up pretty hard there by that Vector.
Nade's raining down. I think the scanner wants the A site. A little bit of a contest for both sides. Time nade goes out long on B. Retrax well protected by the boxes. There's some pre-fire from Neuro as they tuck back into the stairs, into mid. Fizz opening things up on A. Blue goes down. Not sure if they feel confident enough anywhere. Here comes mid push. Jacob doesn't get one. Taquito instantly gets the kill. Rotations coming out from both Kiwi and Retrax. A side is which is the point that they want. Here's Kiwi.
Oh, hold up. Neuro gets found. Julian gets found. Retracts. Oh, brings it to a 1 versus 1. And look at the health of Taquito. Oh, and he finds the kill!
Full health, unscathed, 4-1. That was a strong round from Rect. Meiru, they're definitely switching things up.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Very nice clutch. And that was a 2 versus 4. You don't lose 2v4s like that if you're Acer. So definitely a nice play coming in from Rect. I mean, that's a hard round to give up there. And, you know, Rect, they've taken a pretty good lead here so far. But we'll see if they're going to be able to keep that up. Fizzy, once again, going on the aggression with the Vector. Finds one, but not able to find the second. And actually could have found the second there. But Jacob and Julian also going to be trading kills there as well. Rico does finally get the kill on the Retrax there, and that B site is going to be wide open. Taquito finds Kiwi. Ooh, Blue not able to connect those shots. 1 versus 3.
They should have the call out that Blue is in mid. Pushing up the stairs. Where's the peek? Where's the peek from Taquito? Oh, they're jiggling it. Just thrown time. Wasting the time. Knife throw. Here comes the swing around. Blue wants it. Time nade is perfect. Oh, not quite. Where's Taquito?
He's coming.
Julian is really low. Head tap. This is head tap range. Time is out. And this seems to be an Acer round win. Just brutal. Acer playing brilliantly at playoff time. Man. Not letting Rect get close to that scanner and putting on the pressure.
It's tough in this situations. Like, of course, it's a 1v3, sure. But also at the same time, too, like, you have a 7-second defuse time. Like, you have to try to force those fights. And, you know, Blue kind of took a little bit too long there going with Taquito. I mean, as soon as he knew that Taquito was over there, you could just completely ignore him and try to fight the guys on site there. But, you know. Even then, ooh, Jacob with a nice double. Gets aggressive, says, I've had enough of this. And a third on to Fizz there. Can he make it a fourth? Oh, unfortunately not for his case. Julian finds the kill. And Julian finds a second of their own. Don't throw this away now, Rex. You had your chance there. Jacob got a nice triple for you. You got to keep those.
Oh, look at Taquito. Insane target swapping, finding two. I'm telling you, Acer, all they need is just a couple double kills, and that's it. Kiwi in a 1 versus 2, far away from the B site.
They're not gonna have a good time if they lose this round because again, this was a 5 versus 2 situation that they had. Jacob opened it up with a triple kill, and now they're on the brink of losing this round. Julian looking for the initial pick here, wondering whether he's coming from the defense spawn. Oh, Kiwi. Oh, we're styling on him now. Even down, but doesn't even matter.
All hoop, no net.
Exactly.
Sorry. All no hoop, all net. Sorry.
You got it?
Never mind. I'll
We're
just
good?
shut up. I'll just shut up.
You good? Oh, man. Alrighty. 4-3. Acer clawing their way back, and you gotta wonder if 3 rounds is enough on this offense side for them to really do anything on the to lock it in on the defense, so to speak. But Wrecked with 4 rounds, they've made it happen. We have a bit of an initial gunfight, but Neuro just finding a quick double just like that. That's going to force a rotation here, but at the same time, we do see number 7, Julian, trying to go over towards the B site. Kiwi finds one. It's going to bring it back a little bit, but unbeknownst to him, we do have Fizz slowly lurking over towards the A site. And he's going to find Kiwi right in the back.
Now it's up to the scan to make it to the A site where there is an opening. What a nade throw. Taquito slams one into the mid player, and Fizzy's all left alone, fighting for themselves. Gotta be careful of Fizz! Up on the top side, and Acer brings it 4-4 even.
I question the sniper choice, but yeah, I mean, you know what? It happened, so there's that, but it's going to be a 4-4 half to start things off. So a little bit more even this time around, but Acer now in the defense. We'll see if they're able to really lock this one on, or this one in. Wow, I can't even talk right now. Happy Sunday, everybody. We're going to be getting into it here, and we're going to be seeing Wrecked go over towards that B site, and they might just decide to go on the aggressive here. Kind of fly over. That nade just going to be missing Neuro. They're really looking for Neuro with that nade, but unfortunately not able to grab him there. Truthfully, I mean, they've wasted 3 grenades on him. Oh, but Kiwi finds a bounce. Jacob finally gets Neuro. It only took 4 grenades.
Look at Wreck, just the speed in which they're traveling, pistols in hand. Down goes Jay. Oh my gosh, a double. Can they make it a triple? Where's Jacob? No, they fall. Julian refragged by Fizzy. 5 points. The 5th one going to Wrecked. 2 for 2 here against Acer. Pistol rounds. Sorry, no, I guess it's 1-2. Acer took the first pistol round.
I can't even remember, did they?
I think for Mir they did, yeah.
I don't know. I thought Wrecked were 4-0, but on pistol rounds. But hey, you know what? Who knows at this point? Somebody in the live chat can correct us, because, yeah, I mean, Wrecked have won the majority of the pistol rounds. We can accurately say that, at least. And look at this aggression coming in from Acer here. This could be a bit dangerous if you're not prepared for it. Yep, and there it is. Julian getting retracts, Fizz getting Kiwi. Jacob does find the refrag onto Julian. Now 3 versus 3. Fizz just playing the absolute peeker's advantage that this game has and just getting the free kills just by, just by swinging. And, ooh, look at that peek from Neuro playing up high on the boxes. And now a 2 versus 2. And look at the space that Taquito has taken. Oh, nice clean shot on the Jacob. And now 1 versus 2. Blue 4 in a situation. He knows one person's flanking, so maybe he can find this gap here. And I think he's going to actually be able to do that. So that scanner is going to go down, and now he's going to have to fight a 1 versus 2. And there's a couple ways that he can play this. We'll see what he decides to come up with here. But scanner down, and he's going to actually maybe attempt to force the fight here, or at least get some intel. He's going to hear Neuro. Neuro's going to be coming down, tossing some util. Blue just has to not make noise here. He's in such an actual good position. Oh, but he screws up that opportunity, and Neuro's going to take that one away. He does take Taquito with him, but unfortunately for his sake, not both of them.
Just exposed to both was a bit tragic for Blue there. Neuro was able to scoop up the refrag. 5-5, Acer's keeping up. And this is a very competitive map number 2. Stark difference.
And we love to see it. Those like 8-1 games, they can kind of get a little to cast every now and then, but you know, when it's back and forth like this, you know you got a good game on your hands. So we'll see if Rect are able to keep this up or if Acer are going to take off here. They always have some way that they flip the switch, and we'll see if that's the case this time around. Busy just playing the patience game here. It's going to be throwing some util. They're going to set up for that B take. And Acer kind of putting more of their members over towards that B site just in case. Fizzy going for a little bit of pre-fire through the box here. Look at this. I mean, Rect aren't necessarily totally committing just yet, but as I say that now, they're going to do that. And no lives traded on either side. Neuro gets immediately taken out. Julian finds one. Fizz finds not two. Oh, and Jacob has such a good advantage here. Rico finds Jacob. And Rico finds another. And now it's just up to Blue here. In a 1 versus 1 situation. Plenty of time. And a nice peek coming in for Blue. Quick with it.
Very quick with it, and a headshot on top of that.
Six to 5. Rect have taken the lead again. And it's just back and forth this time around, which is interesting to see. Nero finds that first under. Yeah.
Opens things up. They're stuck there. No Fizzy gets the SMG killed. Tux refragging with an ego peek through the thermite. Now scanner down. I believe Fizz hears the pulsing.
He just straight up killed him with the thermite itself. Fizzy pushed right through it and took a little bit too much damage, but might be here in Blue. Oh, there's a nade. Here comes another nade from Fizz, and Blue's going to be in for quite the time here. Oh, a little bit of pre-fire, and Blue does have a frag to or a flashbang to work with as well. Kiwi does take down Taquito.
With Taquito out of the picture, it's going to be easier to use that flash. Another nade at the top of the B site. There's one. Oh my gosh, Fizz just barely missing. Kiwi goes down. I'll lift up the Blue and a sliver of health. Difficult work. Fizz is there to put an end to it. 6-6. Yeah, Meiru's kind of going crazy here.
It is, in fact, kind of going crazy. And again, these rounds they're getting so dangerously close. We're talking like 2v2s, 1v1s, and, you know, this is more so what you would expect when you see number 1 and number 2 face off against each other. But, I mean, Suna definitely has to be one of Acer's stronger maps just because of their raw gun skill and raw talent and everything. But even that... Oh, wait, Jacob. Oh, my God, you have such an opportunity here, and you don't even know it. Oh... You're not able to get it, unfortunately, though. But spots at least one player trying to make the advance, hopefully calls that out to the rest of his team, and they don't even realize it, because Taquito doesn't take any damage, so they could easily chase this down. And now Fizzy's going for the rotate, doesn't necessarily have the gun for this fight. They know they saw Taquito at least. And look at that.
Oh my gosh. There's Rico. Can make it a third. Retrax is there. Haven't seen Retrax's name tag in a while. They see Rayab there on mid, and from the back, Taquito's going in. No, they win the gunfight with the headshot. Julian there. Clean up on aisle B. Huge win for Acer. Big pinch. And that puts them at 1 point ahead, but...
And it's unfortunate because, like, Jacob didn't see, but Taquito didn't even really notice that he was getting shot at, and Jacob could have just kept going for it and could have probably shot both of them in the back. But, almost hit the cameraman there with the smoke grenade, but I'm used to that this time around. So, nade's going in. Jacob's going to try to take some space in mid. It's going to bait out this...
Fizz pushed up pretty aggro here. But this dissipates. Oh, they see a colonist. Quickly tugging into cover and nade tossed. But it's not cooked. They hear footsteps there. Oh, they pick up Julian. Sorry, Jacob. And B is still empty.
Kiwi being a menace over a mid here. Manages to make it across.
They should hear footsteps from Taquito. Oh, but there's retracts to punish them while they're not looking. All lift up to Julian in a 1 versus 4. This is going to be a hard retake. Colonists on the other side. Not quick enough for blue. There's Wrecked, keeping it even.
7.
For those who logged off of this live stream thinking that it was going to be an Acer slam, it's not the case for map 2 at least.
I mean, we might at least
see an 8-8. Yeah,
we might have a game 4 on our hands at least, but you never know. Acer can close this one off in 9-7 fashion pretty easily. So we'll hold our breath for right now at least. But again, look at this aggression that Acer are trying to pull off. Oh, Neuro makes it a double, makes it a triple. Fizz takes out blue. Fizzy takes out Fizz, and now in the matter of 20 seconds that's now a 1 versus 3 situation for Fizzy there, and Fizzy is literally on a singular point of HP. I mean, you can breathe on this dude and he will probably pass away, so delaying the inevitable. Oh, shout out Fizzy for using that vortex in. Let's go. Neuro makes it a quad feed though. 4 kills, makes his KD even, and now Acer on, ready, say it with me, match point. You're not going to indulge in that?
Match point.
There we go.
Match point.
I got scared for there for a second. I thought you were not going to indulge.
I'm still alive. I'm breathing.
You're all good, brother, but thank you for indulging in the match point nonsense with me. And oh my god, Neuro with the pick on the Jacob from God's country. Fizz finds retracts, and suddenly this is falling apart for Wrecked here as Acer getting close to a match victory here. Look at this coming in from Taquito and Rico. This duo right here, multiple rounds, they have aggressed in some sort of fashion. They play so well together, specifically this duo, and this space gives the rest of the team all of the knowledge that they need.
Once they have eyes on stairs, that's when they can really start pinching. Colonists just stuck below the B site. They don't feel terribly confident. We have an angle from Taquito, which is the finish line. The callouts should come out. Shots fired, so they will know where Taquito is. Pushing up through mid. It'll be Fizz who hears the footsteps, trying to go for the kill on Taquiwi. There's the swing, finds it, flash catches them. 2v5. It's a tight situation. Down goes Julian, but Fizz on for the rotate. Where's Neuro when you need him?
One versus 3. Fizzy.
Oh,
Or I can even say it. That's gonna be it.
Neuro.
Neuro's here, ladies and gentlemen. He's finally arrived onto the retake attempt, and Acer will be winning that 9-7.
9 points for Acer. That makes it 2 map wins, 1 more, and they will win the grand finals against Red.
Nine to 7. on Meiru, and I'll get those maps updated for you folks. We had Suna game 1, Meiru game 2, and we'll be getting into map 3 in just a moment, but a little bit better of a showing from Rec this time around, but Acer's still so strong, and they are just one map away from winning it all, so we will catch you in just a moment here, folks.
Prepare to
Only
start.
Baron left alive. Where is Baron? In the spawn. Can somebody
Go.
Spud in the bottom going absolutely crazy, getting the 2K.
Match point.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and what could be the final map is going to, of course, be on none other than Cliffside. So let's get into it. And just
Starting
like
us off here on Rayab, it's gonna be wrecked, and let's see if they can pull a pistol round off like they did against Apex. Who is it that got traded in?
Mad Dog.
Oh, Mad Dog. That's right, Mad Dog for Taquito.
So, ooh, we see Rico, like, not even 8 seconds in the round is on, like, 5 HP, 10 HP. So, gets very much tagged up. Julian with a nice little 3-pointer. Rico still able to get a pick there. Julian gets another one. And Acer have the A site, ladies and gentlemen. They took it with their bare hands. And pistols and grenades and whatnot, but nevertheless, Fizzy, unfortunately not able to win that fight, and now it's Kiwi in a 1 versus 5 situation with a flash, a pistol, and a dream. I don't even care that he lost that round, chum. The fact that he just one-handed narrow like that is insanity.
Jeez. I mean, how do you even get to unbelievable as they gear up for round number 2? I think Acer. I don't like using the pistol round as an indicator of who wins the matchup, but I think Acer really is dominant in this series against Rec, despite that Meiru 9-7.
I know, but Jacob already killed Mad Dog, and we're not even 15 seconds into the round, and 4 people have died. So, yeah, Cliffside really shown to be just one of those super hyper-aggressive maps, it seems. 3 versus 3.
3-3, though. Yeah. The retake is going to be difficult. They're wanting to push up through the north side, but they got to be careful of Julian, who could go for a peek. Flash out there on the corner. Dissipated out again. Oh, another one. There goes Blue. Neuro, though, definitely putting in the work. What was that?
Neuro doing neuro things, I suppose.
I think he might find it disrespectful, but he knows me. Neuro has not popped off like this in a while, I think, in Season 3, and so it's good to see Neuro putting in some work, leading their roster 5-1 KD. Finally, Neuro, don't be a noob. It's a message to
My
Neuro.
goodness, Chump saying, where have you been this entire season? Time for you to wake up, Unk. Alrighty, but oh my goodness, the Blitzkrieg has come into full effect again as I get a little bit serious here, but man, just Acer again just doing wonders on the site. Neuro, I mean, he's doing it with the Vitchies too. Like, it's not even like he's. Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty good. If I don't use it that much. But we're seeing some SMG usage back to the old days of VAIL when SMGs were king, and Blue finds the second one onto Rico, but Julian gets that refrag, and Acer up 3-0. Are we going to see a 9-0 finish? Because we saw a 9-0 finish with Acer EU earlier, and wouldn't that be symbolic?
Okay, shout out to Acer. Let's see it. I mean, I'm not going to say anything else. Neuro seems to be doing okay this round.
Yeah, 7-1. It's all right.
He's doing okay. He's finally doing something.
Oh my god.
Oh, Rekt opened things up with an instant 2K. And they're starting to wrap around. No, Kiwi with the self-nade. Neuro picking things up.
Oh my goodness.
Here comes 3 of the Rayab coming back. AK-12 from Jacob. Evening things down. Rekt still have a numbers advantage. Oh, my dog. Lives to tell another tale. Where's Retrax? The angles are just too tight.
Ooh, Jacob finding another one, and now Mad Dog knows that the site is open. Oh, there goes the nade. Oh, doesn't connect on the Jacob, though. And he's waiting for Jacob to get aggressive, but Jacob finds the pre-fire, and I believe there was a 4K from the young gun.
Spectacular pre-fire, a headshot with it. Yeah, not the 9-0, but I have a feeling Acer is going to make quick work of Cliffside.
So
Not
if
what
they
Rekt want.
if Acer if Acer can't 9-0 a team or 9-0 Rekt here and Acer EU 9-0s another team, does that make Acer EU the better Acer roster? I don't know.
Ruh-roh.
I know.
Ruh-roh.
I'm gonna get roasted because obviously this is satire, but you know what?
You're gonna get slightly toasted for
Yeah.
sure.
Medium.
Have lost one already, and Jacob
Ooh.
and Retrax line up 3 more, make it 2 left. Fizz responds. Oh, from
Jacob.
the back, there's Rico, 2v2, and it's gonna put Kiwi in a difficult position. Already half health. There's the pickup. Kiwi not even able to put in a single bullet. Fizz with the 2v1. Oh.
And they recover that round. Acer up 4-1. And the thing is, like, yeah, they're using these SMGs and stuff, and those SMGs, I mean, man, they lose out at range. Like, you were talking about high TTK earlier, maybe got roasted by Chad a little bit, and in most instances, this is a pretty fast game. But
I still stand by that VAIL has generally higher TTK than other VAIL shooters. The VR shooters, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, Onward's just like lickety split, but speaking of lickety split, Neuro putting in a little bit of work, I guess, getting 2 kills. Not the usual 4K that we see from him, but it's alright. He at least gets a couple there. Proves his worth that he can stay on Acer this time around. It makes it a 3. And okay, there we go. See? I just gotta motivate you from the casting desk, alright?
12-3 KD, it's looking very positive for Neuro there on Acer, 5-1. Unfortunately, at the moment, QE got absolutely blasted by Fizz towards the end there on the, believe was the A site, 0-6. Just Jacob being positive on Rekt Squad.
Can he find the... Oh, my...
Ooh, speaking of which.
I mean, Jacob's been finding that mid-pick every single round for the most part, but, Neuro... Alright, is he going to contribute with a 4K again? Let's find out. Neuro over
has to step up. This is a little disappointing.
Yeah.
Fizz though gets a really beautiful headshot. Not dogging on Neuro no more, but
I mean,
Fizz got a
they're trying to
headshot onto blue on the site.
they're trying to make it hard for him. They're team flashing him, you know, doing everything, and okay, there he is, 16-3. Alrighty, buddy. All right, 6-1. Neuro decided to contribute today, and yeah, 16-3. That's like a 5.33 KD. All right.
It's okay. I've seen, I've seen Neuro's true potential, and he peaked a long time ago. Speaking of which, there's a head tap and a body shot to Jacob. Down they fall. Another one picked up. Blue goes. And where's Neuro? Oh my gosh, Fizzy taken care of by Rico. There's Kiwi. Finally a kill on the board. And for now, Acer have a 4-1 situation on their hand. Will they need Neuro? Will they need Neuro for these? No, they don't. There's Rico to pick up the pieces. 7-1. 2 points away from literally finishing out this entire grand final. Expedited by the one Neuro. 18-4. Dear goodness.
Look at the scoreboard. 1, 5, 6, 7, 18.
It's looking like those OG contractor pubs with Neuro with 86
kills.
kills.
My! Are we bringing it? Are we bringing it back to the toxic boss era? Oh my goodness!
Toxic boss era on on Royal Stride.
Yeah, dude. Oh my! But okay.
Whoa!
He gets burnt to a crisp, and Neuro burns somebody to a crisp. Julian gets blown up, so I'm so tempted to just call these the grenade rounds because nobody actually uses their pistol, right? Like, come on now. Rico finds Jacob. Who's gonna get a grenade kill next? Come on, somebody. Or do they use all their nades? Oh no, Rico has a smoke grenade, that's it. Alright, Rico finds one, Kiwi finds one, Fizz finds one.
Make it a double for Fizz. Headshots all around. That is match point. That's right. Match point. Match point.
They couldn't 9-0 them, but can they 9-1 of them? It's looking like it at this rate. If Neuro doesn't drop a 20, then Unk does not have it. But if he does, then you know what? Unk still got it.
If Neuro doesn't come out of this round with a 5 KD, I think he's washed.
I think that's impossible. He's got to get 6 kills, so maybe he gets what we used to call the Vortex Ace, which is where you get a kill and then where you get a team kill and then you get 5 kills. But unfortunately, you can't team kill in VAIL, so don't think that's possible.
A little peekaboo. Little peekaboo around blue. There it is. The double doesn't come out for them. You're just staying on Neuro's POV, huh? Okay.
Yeah. He's holding tight. I don't know. I mean, I'm going back and forth. I'm sticking around. We got FaZe Fizzy here with a sniper trying to see if he can maybe make it happen, but Fizz and Jacob gonna be trading. Kiwi gets
refrag.
Yeah, I mean, Rex starting to get back into it a little bit. They just need a few more rounds. Fizzy gonna be rotating over.
Neuro is still up. They have control of the midpoint. There's Rico putting in work as well. Headshot onto Jacob, 2v2. Can the scan hit the artifact fast enough? There's the horn. And the plan has started.
Okay, Fizzy actually grabs a real gun. Okay. Oh, gets Rico. And now it's... Oh, Neuro finds the one. Oh, here we go. Has the 20 bomb, but can he clutch it out? Here comes the flashbang. 28 seconds left. Fizzy versus Neuro. Fizzy doesn't have the health advantage, and Neuro's 20-5. Ooh, very fast flick, but not fast enough.
There's the top. No, they're not ready for it.
Oh my god, what a way to...
They will bring it to 9-1. Call back to map number 1. That is a 3-map win in a best of 5 against Rect. Acer are your Season 3 champions.
Holy God, what a match. And I mean, shout out at Neuro, MVP that game, 21-5, soaring high above everybody else in the lobby, and a well-deserved season championship. Acer going to be walking home Season 3 champs. a lot of stuff happened, but man, what a set of matches for sure. I mean, it looked a little bit closer when Rect finally pulled that 7-9, but you know, Acer, they just took it home in swift fashion. So GG's to everybody. And Chum, you got any final words?
I mean, you got to give it to Acer. There's not really much else to say. We can't sugarcoat it any more than we have. Acer really steamrolled there on Cliffside. Rect, we'll see if the rivalry will continue, but for sure Rect put up an incredible fight, landing themselves second place in the NIA Championships. That is a feat in and of its own, battling adversaries like Apex, 8 Basils, SV, Zeal, just so many that they have gone up against and won. Rect definitely deserve their place in the spotlight.
Absolutely, but you know, again, a shout out also to Apex for earning 3rd place today. They fought hard, but Rect were able to come up just a little bit above and earn that 2nd place, you know, chance. And you know, they took it, and Rect, they got their 2nd place, and Acer just again showing why they are a dominant force in the VR FPS scene. So congratulations once again to Acer, and that is going to be it for the entirety of Season 3. So we've come to the end, and we have a lot to look forward to. We got VRML Con in July to look forward to, the qualifier matches for those, so, and plenty of other VRML action. But otherwise, folks, it's been an honor and a pleasure, and Chum, I thank you for joining me on this one as well. And it's been a blast seeing all the teams grow in skill and in camaraderie, but that is going to close it for Season 3. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've been your host, Yell Hat. It's been a pleasure. Shout out to XLab for making the game that we all love. Shout out to HyperX and all of the other VRML sponsors for all that you do to support the VRML. And, you know, again, I'll give another shout out to XLab. Without their constant support, none of this would be possible. But otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, thank you everyone for an amazing Season 3, and we will catch you in the next one. See you around.
VAIL VRML is brought to you by XLab, Exclaim, Helga, the esports manager, HyperX, ProTube VR, VR Cover. Thanks for watching VRML.